Marlene, because Marlene has an amazing story that we thought you might like to hear, and she would love to share with you. So off you go, Marlene.
Okay. It was probably about 2009, and that's when I just moved to Vermont, and I had also got the notice from my doctor that I did have breast cancer. And so, of course, you feel really a little bit shocked at the time. But then when you start to come around, you realize you need to have a little push into trying to do everything you can to make things better. And I was really kind of not in the best place for that. And then my daughter happened to open up the newspaper or something and saw that you were going to be in New Hampshire, not far from us. And so she was able to get a hold of the office, and she said they were really, really nice, whoever she talked to, and that I could surely have a meeting with you personally for a healing. And they sent us 2 tickets to go, and it was so exciting because I just really never thought I would get to meet you. You've been an inspiration to me for so many years. And so my husband and I went, and I was so nervous. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous that I didn't see you anywhere. And then I saw you, and you're coming across I was sitting on a couch, and you were coming across the room. And I know you've heard this many times, but your eyes just sparkle.
All right.
And they're just so full of fun, and just so, the windows to the soul, I guess. And you're sparkling, and I saw that, and I was like, wow, that's really her. And then I looked down, and I saw the most precious little dog, and he was marching like a little soldier next to you. And I'm trying. He was like a reddish brown, and a little spaniel. And
my cachorro, my beautiful, beautiful cachorro.
Yes, little cachorro. And so you walk up to us and introduce yourself, and I'm, really kind of didn't know what to say, but you just took away all the nerves and everything, and I settled. And then you said, well, do you mind if Cheryl comes and spends time with us too, because he's in training too.
Well, let me just say, we are going to hear much more of your story. We're going to have another interview. You're going to be joining us and telling the full story of this. But can you tell us, so I know that we sat on the sofa. I know you were sitting next to me, and I know that Cachorro popped up on the sofa, and I said to you, do you mind if he joins us? And you said no. So tell us, so I think I asked you, eyes closed, hands palms up on your lap in a healing position. I'm pretty sure that happened. So Marlene, can you tell us then what happened next?
Well, little Cachorro was sitting there, and I heard him I felt him kind of shuffle around a little bit, and I opened my eyes, and he started to stretch out. His little legs stretched way out, and they placed his little paws right on the cancer that was still in my breast.
Right on the chin.
He couldn't have got more close. So I was like, I didn't know what to say. It was just the most amazing thing. And at that point, I just knew that everything was going to be okay. If the little dog, plus my healing from you, was so special to me. And so when it got rough, I just thought about my healing, and I thought about little Cachorro. I was in an MRI machine, and I thought about little Cachorro's face, and it got me through that. And so he just was really, really special. He showed up in my life at a time when I truly needed somebody special like that.
Well, I remember that you were going to the hospital the next day, which is why it was so important for you to see us the day before.
Yeah.
And I remember getting a phone call from you the next day when you were supposed to be in the hospital, I think, and having surgery. Was there, they either couldn't find the tumor, or what was going on with that? Can you just explain after your healing and you went to the hospital?
Well, when I got there, they checked everything out to make sure, because I was going to have a mastectomy. And then when they came back with the results, they said that the cancer was not a stage 2, that it was a stage 1, and that I did not have to have such a dramatic mastectomy. So I was just thrilled.
So between the time of the previous scan that you'd had to now, you had the healing with Cachorro putting his paws on the tumor, literally straight on it, and having your healing, and then you get to the hospital and you're told, well, this isn't nearly as bad as we thought it was going to be. Would you say that that's
correct?
Right.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Oh, I instantly thought about my healing and you and Cachorro and just the whole, that was it. I had no doubt whatsoever.
You must have been extremely relieved, Marlene, at that point in time.
I can't even explain the relief, because that's a big jump from 2 to 1.
Oh yes, it's a very big jump. Well, we're so thrilled that you came to share that with us, and thank you so much for that. Of course, my puppy passed in January, so we're not going to go there for that, but I know that he's listening to this. We are going to share Marlene's story in more detail, I think, because we'd love to know what happened next. We'd like to know more of that. But in the meantime, I just would like to say that what a great testimonial to healing. What a fabulous testimonial to my puppy Cachorro. I felt a little bit obsolete, I have to tell you, but you know what? That was fine, because if he was to give you the healing and it obviously worked, I mean, how precious is that?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you'd like to say finally before we do have to cut this short, but as I've said, we will be talking to you and letting people know the whole story.
Yes.
So go ahead.
So I'll share more later. But yes, it absolutely was a beautiful experience.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Marlene, and we're so glad to see you so well and healthy.
Thank you.